Yo guys, welcome back to another video. It's currently 1 a.m. as you can see at the bottom right here, 1:06 a.m. And I was about to go to bed. I was about to shower and sleep, but you know, we're doing another scary video reaction. And what better time to do it at midnight, 1 a.m. You know, might as well just, might as well just do it at midnight, because just get it over with. I don't know. Anyway, let's get straight into it. Six most disturbing abandoned building encounters. This is what I don't want to see if I go exploring places, but let's just get straight into it. Oh, that's loud. Sounds like Mr. Mime.
Urbex Hill is one of the most popular urban exploration channels on YouTube, featuring raw footage from YouTuber Chris Hill's visits to a lot of the more extreme abandoned buildings in the US. From abandoned mental hospitals to decommissioned military facilities, Chris explores all of it, but specifically places that a lot of even the more extreme explorers wouldn't visit, at least not at night and alone like Chris always does. In January 2023, he uploaded footage of his visit to the now abandoned Paul Revere Elementary School in Cleveland. After almost a century of use, the school was permanently closed in 2015 due to declining enrollment.
Oh yeah, we changed the lights as well.
Although there are allegedly plans to turn the abandoned building into a housing complex, as of 2024, Paul Revere Elementary is still abandoned
bluish,
and in terrible
any color,
shape.
RGB.
From the moment Chris walks inside, it's pretty clear that the place hasn't been used in years and has been severely damaged by the elements, vandals, and the passage of time. The bottom floors are all flooded, the walls are peeling, the structure doesn't seem too sound, and there's rust, random papers, books, and all kinds of debris lying everywhere. Throughout the video, you can see messages written in seemingly fresh chalk on some of the whiteboards, confirming that people have been in the building recently. This was actually Chris's second visit to Paul Revere Elementary. When he uploaded footage of his March 2022 visit to the school, several people in the comments mentioned they had either been students or teachers at the school and talked about how incredibly sad it was to see their beloved childhood school ruined by abandonment and lack of maintenance. A little after 10 minutes into the exploration, you can hear some sort of ruffling sound and other strange noises coming from somewhere in the schoolhouse.
Bro, the thing is, I got the footage from when we went yesterday, but there was like, I don't know, but like if you hear something and you assume it's someone, you just turn the light off and you're vulnerable. You're literally vulnerable. Like you can't run because you're inside the place already. You go to an abandoned place, you're inside already, and you hear something and you think it's someone. You turn the light off, like you're vulnerable. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. That's why you always need to carry like a knife or something for protection, bro. What the fuck was that? Is that someone as well? Is that security?
Somebody's here. As Chris turns a corner in the hallway, another person's flashlight can be seen shining down the hall. It looks to be just one person, who was likely either another urban explorer or a squatter. Still, at 1 a.m. in an abandoned building, it's obviously best to avoid drawing unwanted attention to yourself, especially when you don't know the other person's intentions, which is why Chris ultimately decided to run instead of making his presence known. Making sure to walk in the other direction to avoid running into anyone, he then heads to the library and explores the rest of the top floors. As he goes into the bathroom on the top floor, he has another encounter.
Oh hell no, is this the one that I think it is? Is the guy just standing there? Oh, it's a thumbnail.
Somebody's in there.
Bro, hold on, I gotta sit up for this. I had my leg up because I was like relaxed in my chair. I need. Hold on. So you're telling me you see someone inside, he's literally staring at you. you fucking just you do a little run out outside, and you flash where he's at. Like, bro, as soon as if I'm walking in somewhere and I see someone, I'm gone in 5 seconds. I'm already outside the premises. What the fuck is this? Don't tell me he just stands here and just waits. Bro, this is some fuck. This is scared the shit out of you. You're still there. You don't fucking say. He turns his back to it.
At the far end of the bathroom, what appears to be a human silhouette can be seen standing completely motionless. After the initial shock of the encounter, Chris draws his gun and goes back inside to confront the man.
Oh, he has a gun on him. He has a gun. Okay, well, I take back whatever I said about him. If he has a gun, then that's fine. Like, alright, if I had a gun, I would like slowly like back away. You know, just relax. If he has a gun, bro, if he has a gun, that's easy. I just thought he had nothing. That's why I was like, why the fuck doesn't he get the fuck out of there? But let's see what he says, bro. He's gonna be gone, right? Yep. Come on, bro. Come on. He's going. No jump scare, please.
Oh, it's a toy.
Oh, what the fuck? How did it fall down there? Why did it like bend its knees like this? Bro, I thought when it bent its knees like this, like it was gonna run at him.
Oh.
Nah, there's someone in that stall. Watch. Someone's gonna come out of that stall.
It's a toy. Oh my god, that scared the out of me.
Bro, even if it's not a toy, I would've got the fuck out of there. Obviously someone put it there to scare you, so that means there's someone there. That's an alien mask. Isn't that expensive? Someone's definitely in the stall.
Now, the silhouette was actually a scary mannequin that somebody set up, probably to scare away visitors. What's most eerie is that even though we can't know for sure how long the mannequin had been standing there before the footage was shot, for some reason it fell forward just in time for Chris to see it, the most reasonable explanation being from the sound waves bouncing off the wall. Most people would have left as soon as they saw the mannequin, but Chris continued to explore the rest of the school, seemingly unmoved by the horrifying experience he just went through. Though not before clearing the entire rest of the bathroom.
Yeah, I would.
Sadly, some of the rooms in the school are filled with books, whiteboards, and other perfectly usable materials that could have been donated to another school before the building was abandoned. But nobody seemed to care enough to give them away before the school was abandoned. About half an hour into the visit, Chris climbs up to the roof, which in itself is pretty risky. Even if you don't care about getting caught by the cops, there's still a very high risk of the roof caving in, especially considering the state of the building when the footage was shot. Fortunately, he was able to climb down safely, but that's when a strange noise could be heard coming from the other end of one of the hallways.
Safe is still here. I wonder what's in it.
Okay, let me just say this. If I saw like a doll or something, that's a warning sign to get the fuck out. That means someone inside is like, you need to leave. I'm telling you to leave. If you don't leave, then whatever happens, happens. Whatever.
As Chris explores,
you guys saw that shadow, right?
A strange howl can be heard in the distance, and as he raises his camera, you can clearly see a shadow moving behind the door at the far end of the room. By this point, it's pretty clear that not only are multiple other people in the building with him, but now he's possibly being stalked. Once again, Chris draws his gun and prepares for an encounter, but he doesn't find anyone in any of the rooms. After this, he admits he's ready to call it a night and decides to head home, but not before this final encounter.
This is weird as hell. Oh, here it is. This place is crazy.
They say this place is creepy as hell. Oh, weird as hell.
I remember the last time I explored. Hello?
What? But this guy has such big balls, bro. You know, maybe I'm not at that stage yet where I can like hear something in an abandoned place and just walk up to it. But if I hear like footsteps of some people or someone. I'm running. The fuck? But then again, he has a gun, so I guess if I had a gun, like, I wouldn't. I don't know, bro. I guess I'd still run. Because what if they have a gun, you know? It's like 50-50. He goes up. No, this guy's crazy.
Hello? What?
Bro, who's this guy? What's his name? Urbex Hill, is this him? Oh, fuck. Is this him? I only post bangers. Bro, you're in. This guy's crazy. What's his name? Exploring 76 videos. Okay, so apparently his name's Chris. Well, oh yeah, Christopher Hill. Is that him? Alright, bro. Chris, you're watching this, bro. Please get some people to like explore with you. It's not safe to be alone, man. It's not. It truly is not safe. And the fact that it just goes like. Oh, did you guys see that? It's like eyes. Hold on, I'll try to pause it. You ready? Oh, I missed it. Yeah, right there. Right here. Oh, I need to move my camera for you guys to see. You guys see that right here? The eyes? These eyes, you see it?
Hello? What? Okay, I know I heard somebody coming down these stairs.
Nah, he has balls, bro. He has balls, but he's crazy.
As he struggles to find his way out of the school, the sound of footsteps can be clearly heard on the stairway directly above Chris's head. But after running up and calling out to see if he gets a response, nobody acknowledges him. Luckily, he was able to walk away unharmed and has continued to upload videos of his visits to abandoned places pretty frequently.
What's the next one?
The Proper People is an urban exploration channel owned by Brian and Michael, two friends who travel the world in search of abandoned buildings. For the past 10 years,
you know, I want to do that one time, like in the future. You know, when I'm big on YouTube and everything, I want to like travel to America. You know, just no, not just America, like UK, like where like the buildings are fully like abandoned, like where the massive buildings are at. You know.
That their channel has been active, Brian and Michael have built up a reputation for being a trustworthy channel that only uploads genuine footage of their explorations. In a niche of YouTube that's often plagued by cheap, fake footage from people trying to get their 15 minutes of fame, The Proper People has endured as one of the most reliable channels.
My eyes, bro. They were like weird. Or is it because the glasses I have on? I don't know, it's just... It was... I don't know, the red light was fucking... It was weird. I could turn the blue light on. I'll turn it on in a bit. Or I'll just turn everything off. Should I just do black screen?
In the urbex space. They gained their fame from explorations of genuinely cool places instead of faking creepy encounters or anything of the such. In 2016, they uploaded a video of their nighttime visit to the Jemison Center in Northport, Alabama, often referred to as Old Bryce Hospital. From 1939 to 1977, the Jemison Center housed hundreds of psychiatric patients and acquired a reputation for treating them pretty harshly. Often referred to as the creepiest building in Alabama, Old Bryce was closed in the late 70s and has since been reclaimed by nature and become a hotspot for urban explorers from all over the world. As Michael and Brian approach the location in their car, there doesn't seem to be anyone around, and after driving around the grounds for a while, the two YouTubers get out of their vehicle to begin exploring, settling on the basement as the first area to explore. After more than 4 decades of abandonment, the entire complex is almost completely destroyed, and while some of the walls are completely covered in all kinds of graffiti, some of them aren't even there anymore. With the state of disrepair of the Jemison Center, there's always a chance that the structure could collapse on itself and trap Brian and Michael inside. But as they go up the stairs to explore the top floor, it becomes clear that an unsound structure is the least of their worries.
Whoa, look at this. Look at this staircase out here. somebody there.
No way.
Hey, where? Oh, what the fuck? Is that him, like, bent down? I can't tell, bro.
Somebody there.
I don't know.
Yes, yes, see their light. They're out there.
Who's that light right there?
There's somebody there.
I don't know.
Should I say hello?
Yeah.
There's somebody out there.
Where? Is that him right there? Like right here? Is that him?
Let's go back to the car. This way. If it's somebody wanting to talk to us.
Let's go to the car now.
Oh yeah.
As the camera pans to the window, the outline of a person holding up a light can be seen on the staircase on the opposite side of the building. Disturbingly, as soon as the uploaders turn off their light, the other person does the exact same thing, indicating they were watching and didn't want to be spotted. Chillingly, if you rewind the footage to when the YouTubers arrived at the top floor, you can clearly see a light outside the window frame, but it's unclear if the light was coming from the same person who was watching them. After
That's
calling out
creepy,
and
bro.
receiving no
Someone following
response,
you.
Brian and Michael decide to go back to their car to avoid getting jumped or worse. It's hard to know what exactly the intentions of the other person were, but what's even more disturbing is the fact that there were no other cars in the area when they arrived and when they left, which means that whoever was there had arrived on foot and probably been there for a while. Ridgely Hospital was a women's psychiatric hospital in Lancaster, UK that operated for almost 100 years from 1916 to 2013. Famous for being one of the first psychiatric hospitals in the UK that fought for the humane treatment of mentally ill patients, Ridgely Hospital housed thousands of patients and used modern treatment methods such as electroconvulsion therapy to help patients with a range of disorders, from severe depression to obsession to
Guys, after
mania.
this video, I'm gonna shave.
In April 2022, YouTuber Exploring with Tom visited the site with three of his friends in the middle of
Just
the
wanted to let you
night.
guys know that.
Throughout their visit, they were extremely loud and not aware of their surroundings, which is obviously not the best idea when exploring an abandoned building. Keep in mind that most of these abandoned buildings are still considered government property, which makes it illegal to trespass and explore the grounds. Still, if you disturb a hostile squatter's home by being obnoxiously loud, getting arrested would probably be the least of your worries.
We're not scared of you.
Oh yeah,
Mad.
well I am scared of you.
I think someone is doing that, to be honest with you.
Tom, let's go.
What
After
happened?
hearing some strange noises coming from one of the rooms, the four explorers call out to see if there's anyone in the building, and this is where things get a little disturbing.
There's someone there. Someone there. Just like, see who it is. It might be. He might need help.
Hello? Hello? What? Go! 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 Yo! Come! Yo!
Hey, what? I'm waiting for the recap.
Okay, keep calm. Keep calm. Keep calm. Man! What the f? Don't hurry up. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Is that him behind them?
What do you want? He's right there. He's right there. What the? Yo!
Oh, fuck that.
As soon as one of the
Scary.
teenagers calls out, a man can be heard screaming from inside the room. Without thinking twice, Tom and his friends make a run for it back to their car, but disturbingly, the man isn't satisfied with just scaring them out of the building and ends up chasing them all the way to their car. It's unknown who the man was or what he wanted from them, but one of the theories that's been echoing in the comments is that he was probably a homeless person who got upset at the amount of noise Tom and his friends were making. It's probably not too pleasant to have four rowdy teenagers burst into the abandoned building you call your home and start yelling, laughing, and swearing. But still, it's good they were able to get away unharmed. In 2006, a 36-year-old man named Vincent Filya was living in the woods as a fugitive near Lugoff, South Carolina after being accused of abusing his stepdaughter. In September of that same year, he saw a 14-year-old girl named Elizabeth Schoaf getting off the school bus and decided to abduct her. Posing as a police officer, Filya arrested Schoaf on a supposed marijuana charge and led her to his hideout in the middle of the woods. for 10 days, Elizabeth was chained up and abused by Filia in the underground bunker beneath the hideout in what can only be described as a nightmare come true. Still, the girl was extremely resilient throughout the whole ordeal and came up with a plan to escape from the horrifying situation she found herself in. If she wanted to escape, Elizabeth knew that she had to get Vincent to like her. For several days, she pretended to be in love with Filia, and eventually the kidnapper lowered his guard, even unchaining her and allowing her to play games on his phone. One night, while Vincent was sleeping, the teenager got a hold of his phone and sent a text to her mom saying she was in a hole across the Charm Hill, that there was a bomb, and to call the
weird,
police.
what the fuck?
As it was later revealed, Filia had planned to draw in as many people as possible to the bunker to detonate a bomb and take the lives of the responding officers. However, he never managed to carry out his plan, for just a few minutes later the area was surrounded by helicopters and he was forced to surrender. To make a long story short, Elizabeth was able to move on with her life, and the monster named Vincent Filia spent the rest of his life in prison, where he died in 2021 in his cell. In December 2023, a YouTuber named Big Banks visited the abandoned hideout where the terrifying crime took place. Immediately upon entering the house, the uploader finds something extremely disturbing.
Where's he from?
This was the
Oh,
little
fuck
girl's
that.
backpack that was left here. What a sad sight to see, knowing that that happened.
A little girl's backpack can be seen on the floor outside the kitchen. Although it's impossible to confirm if it belonged to Elizabeth Shove, it is possible that it was planted there after the crime by somebody else. As he explores the living room, the uploader finds more creepy stuff, including a DVD of the horror movie The Strangers, a Halloween decoration next to one of the couches, a shank, a broken baseball bat, and a ripstick. Obviously, the fact that these items were left behind is much more disturbing when you consider the history of the house. It's heartbreaking to imagine that some of the toys lying around the floor possibly belonged to the girl that Vincent Filia had stolen. Throughout the rest of the house, several objects and pieces of furniture, including the bed in the main room, look like they were placed there much later than 2006. It's possible that the house was occupied by squatters, but because it was empty at the time the footage was shot, it's impossible to know what belonged to Filia, his common-law family, his victim,
It doesn't
and the
look that
squatters.
like that abandoned.
Thankfully,
It's
after
still
being reunited with her family in
everywhere,
2006, Elizabeth went on to live a fruitful life, and the man who committed the heinous crime against
I
her
don't know.
paid the price for it.
still looks like there's like lots of like new things. There's like
Holton
bands and
Avenue
shit.
is a notoriously
I don't
creepy
know.
abandoned street in Cleveland, Ohio. In 1913, the first Hungarian Baptist church was built on that street, eventually falling into disuse and being left abandoned like the rest of the buildings on that street. In April 2016, the body of a woman named Jessica Coleman was found there after she went missing, but unfortunately her attacker was never found. In July 2023, Chris Hill went to the location to record footage of the abandoned church, as well as the rest of the...
So the same guy with the gun that follows where he sees someone or follows where he hears some noise. This guy's I mean, I wouldn't even feel safe with even a gun. I do like a mach. I need probably like an RPG. But then again, like the distance, it would
buildings
not
on
work.
Holton Avenue.
It wouldn't work.
From
Maybe
disturbing
minigun, maybe?
graffiti to broken glass and peeling walls, the church checks every box you would expect from a creepy, abandoned building. As he ventures into the basement, Chris finds signs that someone else had been inside the church, including an action figure of Melvin the giraffe from Madagascar that he mentions he doesn't remember seeing the last time he visited the location. Knowing that he's often not alone during his explorations, Chris set up several cameras throughout the church, and about 10 minutes into the exploration, one of the cameras on the main floor captures something pretty creepy.
That's weird. What's upstairs?
Obviously, doors don't just randomly shut themselves, and as it wasn't particularly windy that night, it's clear that someone was in the church with Chris. But after looking around for a bit, he can't find anyone in the church and decides to head back outside to explore the rest of the buildings on Holton Avenue. If the church was in a messed up state, some of the houses are even worse, with most of them looking like they could collapse at any second. Around half an hour into the visit, he decides to explore one of the most dilapidated houses on the block, and as he's in the basement, the exploration takes a scary turn.
It actually looks like it's just underneath the house. It's not really a basement.
So creepy.
What happened? What happened? Oh, don't tell me he saw like a face or something. What the fuck is that?
Sorry. I didn't know anybody lived there.
Oh. This is the first time I've seen him run.
It smelled like I knew somebody was in there.
I was like, shit, I knew somebody was.
As he's exploring the
probably
basement, a
taking a
sound can be
shit.
heard coming from the ground floor, and when he goes back up to find out what it is, a person pulls back the curtain. Immediately apologizing, Chris
He's just
runs
trying to
back out
take
to
a
the
shit, man.
street,
I
and that's
don't
when he
know.
realizes that despite the horrible state of the supposedly abandoned house, there was actually someone living in there with electricity. Clearly most, if not all of the abandoned buildings on the block were housing people now who didn't want him there,
Electricity.
something he never encountered on his first visit.
Fuck.
And with this newfound discovery, Chris called it a night. In February 2020, urban explorer Ridham Ryder explored an abandoned house at an undisclosed location with his exploration partner Zay Clark. According to Ridham, the house used to belong to an old woman who had passed away.
Ah, fuck me.
In complete contrast to most abandoned houses, most of the woman's possessions had been left untouched, indicating that the house had not yet fallen prey to looters and squatters who often take things that aren't theirs. All throughout the house, the two explorers find everything from beautiful tableware and silverware to ornately woven tapestries and a fully equipped bar. Based on the calendars they
Fully
found in the
equipped
house,
bar.
the property hadn't been occupied
A
since
fully
August
equipped bar.
2018. Just a few minutes into the visit, Ridham and Zay find something incredibly sad
It's
and
weird.
disturbing.
A fully equipped bar.
Worried about something like this happening, and then it did. When we walked in here, we took a few steps in the door, and we saw this on the ground. Now, for those who can't figure that, figure out what that is a body stain. And you can see right there, there's a walker. So, unfortunately, it seems that the woman who had lived here had taken a bad fall, landed on the floor, and that's where she expired, unfortunately. It's extremely, extremely sad to us.
Yeah, that is
It took us a good 20 minutes to decide what we're going to do here, and despite it feeling weird, we figured we still need to tell the story because this is a good reminder to everybody that you need to check on your loved ones. It seemed this woman had passed and was laying here for God knows how long before she was found. So check in on your loved ones, guys.
Yeah, it's messed up,
Right
man.
in the middle of the hallway, a human
Oh.
body stain can be seen on the floor next to a walker, indicating that the
Let's
old
just shut up.
woman
Human body
probably had a
stains.
bad fall and couldn't get up. Sadly, she passed away and her body decomposed before anyone could save her, which is a terrifying way to die. There appear to be signs that the woman's family members tried to sort through her things after she passed away, but overall her various belongings are in perfectly good shape, including her bathroom supplies, which were still there at the time of the recording. It's hard to watch the footage without having conflicting feelings. Even though the house is beautiful and you can easily tell that the woman who lived there with her husband was a talented, outgoing person, it's incredibly sad to see how she met her end. Overall, the footage should serve as a reminder to check in on your loved ones every time you get the chance, because nobody deserves to pass away like that. Since 2020, Ridden with Ryder hasn't gone back to that location. On May 1st, 2015, Reddit user rbradbury1920 made a strange post to the site in which he wrote about his suspicions that somebody was breaking into his apartment and leaving post-it notes in random parts of his home.
It comes up body
The
stains.
entry
but
read,
Human stains.
"On the 15th of April, I found a yellow post-it note in a handwriting that wasn't mine on my desk reminding me of some errands I had to do, but told literally nobody about. While odd, I chalked it up to something I did in my sleep, thinking maybe in my half-awake state I scrawled it so it didn't appear to be my handwriting. I threw it out and thought little of it. On the 19th, I found another post-it note on the back of my desk chair in the same handwriting as the previous note, telling me to make sure I saved my documents. I was freaked out, but there were no other signs of a break-in, so I set up a webcam in my house and aimed it at my desk and used a security camera app for it to record after detecting movement. On the 28th, I woke up to find another post-it note, this one saying, "Our landlord isn't letting me talk to you, but it's important we do." I immediately checked the webcam's folder on my computer and found nothing from the night before, but my computer's recycling bin had been emptied, which I am certain I did not do recently, indicating someone had noticed the webcam and deleted the files. They were just saved straight to my folder on my desktop called webcam. Today, on the 1st of May, I found another post-it note, this time on the outside of my door with nothing written on it, and there also appeared to be post-its on many other doors in my apartment complex, all blank in varying colors. Do I have any legal recourse here? I have no proof except for the post-its, but those are written by my pen and on my post-it notes, so conceivably I could have faked them. Would contacting the police get me in any trouble if they can't determine an outside source for this? I just want to make sure I'm not wasting anyone's time. Should I consult my landlord, those also living in the complex? The entry is already extremely odd and a bit concerning, but in a later edit the uploader mentioned something that took his story to a whole new level of creepy. Edit. I pulled up a letter I received from my landlord back when I moved in, and the handwriting is identical.
Oh, that's
Could this
fucked
count
with
as
the
evidence?
landlord.
After reading the
Fucked with
post,
the
most people
landlord.
would probably find it odd that the user's landlord could have any information about him that he didn't explicitly mention in their conversations.
That's weird, bro.
Based on the information in the post alone, it would be almost impossible for an ordinary person to figure out what was causing the mysterious post-it notes to appear in the
Wait, what the fuck? Wait, the video is over. What the fuck? Wait, is it?
Rhythm with Ryder hasn't gone back to that location.
Was it when I was searching up the human body stains? Ramaz. It's fucking late. So it just automatically played the next one. Alright, that's... Yeah, I was about to say, it's been going on for a while, the video. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed. This guy he's insane. He's crazy, but he has balls. I'll give him that. He has balls, bro. I'll see you guys in the next video. Like, subscribe, and if you want to see my channel, here it is. 1,040 subscribers, hitting 100,000 is in a couple months. You know what, I reckon this year we're gonna hit 100,000 of subscribers. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Peace out.